Good morning, y'all. 1 minute to 8. Hope everybody had a fantastic day yesterday and off to a strong start to the day and a strong finish to the week. Obviously, today's Wednesday, and believe it or not, we still have 4 weeks left. We've got a day and 4 weeks left. So this is the time to level up, if you will. So looking forward to all of that. Appreciate all you guys being on. Know it's early for some of you guys. You be anywhere in the world, but you're here. So that's a beautiful thing. So let's see. Good morning, Blue. Good to see you again, my friend. Good morning, Amy. Thank you for taking care of that stuff. I just saw your email. I appreciate you. Brandy, we said good morning, but good morning to you again officially. Mr. Pitts, good morning. Jeremy, good morning. It looks like your audio was trying to figure its way out. So good morning to you, my friend. Luke, what's going on, man? Good morning to you. Hey, GP. Mr. Scott, good morning. Good to see you. Like Ed's trying to get in there. There we go. And then Theo, good to see you this morning, Theo. All right, let's see. My screen's jumping around a little bit. Salazar, good to see you, buddy. Good morning, my fan.
Good morning.
Good morning. John, good to see you.
How are you, buddy?
Hey, good to see you. Hey, guys, John's part of another organization, but this just shows, obviously we're bringing some value. John, you're welcome anytime, my man. Great to see you on.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Ed, good to see you. Good morning. Let's see who I miss. Got Jeremy. Let's see. Matt, good morning. Renee. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Renee. Congratulations to you again on your awesome week, by the way, over 14,000. Absolutely tremendous. And congratulations publicly again on your weekend. Over $12,000 you guys over the weekend. That's how it's done. Well done, Renee.
Thank you.
Let's see. You're very welcome. And who am I missing? I think I got everybody. If I didn't, you can throw a rock at me. But it won't hurt much because you're different parts of the country. So, all right. So today's meeting, again, we're going to do something a little bit different today as opposed to me just going through and you guys listening to me and me boring the heck out of you for the next 30 minutes or so. We're just going to go through a process. I'll ask you guys some questions. Anybody that wants to chime in, I think adults learn more by doing than listening. That is a scientific fact. But what we will cover today is our process from top to bottom at the end. Show you guys a couple things on our recruiting website. We'll talk about the compensation levels and what type of spread you should be putting between yourself and your new teammates as you're recruiting and building your organization. Prosperity, Slack, Arrow and Emissions, boot camp, AML, and then work spots. So usually I put a lot of things on the screen. I won't today. So can anybody, let's start at the bottom up today and kind of switch things up. Can anybody tell me what work spots is, how much work spots is, and what access it provides you?
Oh, I know Brandy knows that answer because she signed up yesterday.
Perfect. So Brandy, take it away. And there are no wrong answers, guys. We'll fill in the spaces.
Work spots it's $99 a month. It gives you access to work office space. In that work office space, Wi-Fi. You get to print and coffee and things and snacks and things of that nature. Also, it gives you discounts on leads throughout the month from time to time.
And we got a 30% discount going on all internet leads right now. Brandy, I couldn't have said it any better. Thank you for teeing that up, Pitts. She's exactly right. $99 a month gets you access into 250 plus offices across the country. You literally go in, sign in the app, check yourself in, find a place to sit in their designated work spot area. And I'll tell you the bigger part about work spots, guys, is it allows you to connect with other people in the office. I'll tell you in the St. Louis office, a really cool thing is it's been allowed, and I won't put anybody on blast here, but it's allowed people to connect that probably would not have connected before. Then they start sharing phone numbers. They start sharing leads. They start, going to lunch together. And this is, as Tim says, staying by the fire. That's how you stay by the fire, is going and connecting with other people that are pulling a rope in the same direction as you are. I'll tell you another thing. It's easy to start watching Netflix when you're at home when it gets rough. It's real easy. And a lot of us, and it's real easy when you're at home in your home office, right? You have those days where you're just getting beat up. But if you go in the office and you see somebody else, a high-level producer, is getting beat up just like you are, I'm telling you, it makes a difference psychologically. So join work spots. Brandy, I'm glad you joined work spots and enjoy the discounts. 30% discount going on right now. All right, AML. Who can tell me about AML, what that means? Anybody?
Anti-money laundering.
Yes, Brandy's on fire today. Can anybody tell me, including Brandy, can anybody tell me what that means? Why do the companies require you have AML? In short.
Well, like basically you're dealing with a lot of like people's money, like all your clients and stuff like that. You're dealing with their money technically and things of that nature. What that pretty much means is that you're giving your word and things of that nature, and you've gone through the training to say that you're not going to misuse or go through that fraud type of tactics with their money.
Michael, you're warming my heart, my friend. That's exactly right. You guys are killing it. That's what AML is, anti-money laundering. So for those of you guys that are new, just getting started, or you're bringing teammates on, AML for prosperity is done separately. You'll watch their videos. At the end of their video, you don't have to take a quiz, a test, or anything like that at all. You get your certificate with them. With the rest of the companies, WebCE, we converted the last couple months over to WebCE. Okay, this is actually on our FFL Genesis website. You can go down there, click on AML, and it will, it should say WebCE. It'll take you directly to the AML portion of that site. Again, FFL Genesis, which I will show you guys here in just a second. We've seen it as low as $9.50 and as high as $15. You go on, you take the AML exam or go through the content, take the exam. Once you're done, they give you a certificate. I highly, highly, highly recommend you save that certificate someplace that you can access it, because you may need it later for the carriers or when you're completing your information on Insurance Bay and maybe even ATMS, I believe, but Amy can correct me there, because you'll have to upload that information to there. All right. Amy, did I miss anything so far? We're good? Fantastic. All right. Thank you, Michael. That is fantastic on AML. Can anybody tell me where to find the boot camp, what you get when you complete the boot camp in the first 2 weeks, and what are the benefits of boot camp? And there are no wrong answers.
You receive a 30% discount code. That's what you have to complete it, and you have to email. I forgot what the name of the person is, and then they'll check to see if you actually did complete it. Now it's crazy. Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure it is 10 days though. I think it is. Yeah. So like if they'll check to see if you did complete it in 10 days, then they'll email you 30% off CRM leads, which is great. It's really, 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 really good. And you can use it. I think you have like 3 months or something like that. Use it. It's good. It's something nice to have in the back pocket when WorkSpots doesn't give you a discount or something, or maybe you're waiting for some. The reason it's good to do what's it called again? The
CRM?
The training.
Oh, boot camp.
Boot camp, yeah. The reason it's good to do the boot camp is because it answers all the questions you may have about majority of them you may have in the beginning and stuff like that. And it takes some time, but you don't need 10 days to do it. You feel me? So it's really, really good, and you get rewarded at the end.
Awesome. Couldn't have said it better myself. And Michael, I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick. This is somebody that studied, guys, the life Excel stuff. This is somebody that did it in a day. He did all this stuff in a day and went and took his exam. So, and I know in the beginning, he didn't do the boot camp because he was trying to get a bunch of other things done. And then he went back later and did the boot camp. And it's so funny when you guys start building your team and you have people on your teams, you're going to know if they finished boot camp. You're not even going to have to ask, because the questions they're going to ask you are going to have been answered on the boot camp if they watch the boot camp. It's just that simple, right? The other part of that is guys, the boot camp is not tough. What it's set up to do is it's set up to position you to win right now, right? Of course, you can ask all the questions. You can attend these meetings. You can ask, your business partner, those kind of things. But that's what boot camp is set up for. You can find it on our website. I'm going to show you guys here that just a second. You can find it on our website. You go on there, you click on it, you're good shape from there. I'm going to make a plug because I think it's forgotten for whatever reason. When the first time you do 20,000 or your team does 150,000 in a month, you have access to the 20K boot camp. So what they've done is taken the boot camp and added an extra layer to it with a little bit more high intent, conversations, if you will. It's very good. I've actually completed it twice just to make sure I had the understanding of it and I can explain it properly to people as well. But once you do that, you hit 20K in a month. I keep track of that. I will then send information to Eric. They send it back out and then you get it. I think Renee's had it. Tim's had it. I think Mark's gotten it. I've had it, those kind of things. So just another little caveat there. All right. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. E&O. Can anybody explain to me why E&O is important, why we have to have it, and where you find it?
So that's your errors and omissions.
Yep.
Basically what that is, that's like your legal protection for the most part, for when you, or if you mess up, and, you know, let's say you get audited or something like that, and, you know, you need some lawyer help or something like that, backup and stuff like that. That's kind of where error admissions comes in. You can find that in the FFL Genesis website and things of that nature. They have the best option for you to go through, and it is a monthly service that you do pay for. But again, just like life insurance, you're protecting yourself for if something bad happens.
Absolutely. And I'm going to knock on wood here because my desk is wood. Michael, you knocked it out of the park again. That's all E&O has done. It's positioned to cover you if you have an error or something you didn't omit or whatever the case is, and you get sued. Guys, 23 years of doing this, the chance of you getting sued is very low because of what we do. You're out in the field, you're honest with people, you're setting them up, and the programs that you say you're going to set them up on, you're in good shape. All right, and I'll show you that here in just a second. All right, Slack. Can anybody tell me what the importance of Slack is and why you want to get your agents on it in the beginning when you shake hands with them and they're going to come on board? Anybody?
Motivation, encouragement, support, accountability, all of those things. And it's going to be your major means of communication and acquiring the daily knowledge that Corey sets out for us, any updates that we have, new products, new tools that are available for us. It's going to be your number one source of communicating with all of us so that we don't have emails and text messages and phone calls and everything else going in 20 different directions. Instead, you've got it all in one nice little package.
You got it. You knocked it out of the park, Renee. I'm going to move on. Anybody have any questions about Slack? And Renee hit it right out of the park. The reason why you want to get your agents on there right in the beginning is the first word that came out of her mouth is motivation. They see other people doing things and they get on these meetings and they look at me and go, he sold $3,000 last week. If he can do it, I can do it. You guys would be shocked at how that helps motivate you as well. Thank you, Renee. Prosperity. I'm going to cover Prosperity very quickly. Okay. So Prosperity is a carrier that you have to send separately to your teammates. You bring someone on, once they pass their exam, they go through all the stuff, you will individually send Prosperity to them. Okay. Once you get that sent to them, they'll complete all the stuff. I mentioned earlier that Prosperity has their own anti-money laundering. Once they complete that, they'll get an agent code from Prosperity in about 24 to 48 hours, barring that there's nothing in their background. So if they got a license, pretty good chance there's nothing in their background. I will tell you, a lot of new agents will think or say that they need all the carriers and all that kinds of stuff before they can get started. That's not the case. And with Prosperity, with the new product that they just come out with, we're trying to get our arms around right now, that's going to be an even better option for you to be able to have a term and a whole life product, the good whole life product that you can sell right in the beginning, or term product you can sell in the beginning. Anybody have any questions about Prosperity? Perfect. All right, comp levels. I'm going to cover this very quickly. If you have somebody started and you're not helping them with leads or anything like that, 10%, maybe 15 is an okay split for you to have. We want to avoid what some of our other competitors are doing, if you will, taking 30, 40, 50% splits between themselves and their teammates. Doesn't make any sense. John knows what I'm talking about. I see the look on his face. That's not a good thing. It's not a good look. And we like having the transparency here. If you're going to help someone out, or if they're a brand new agent and you're going to have to spend a lot of time, 20% is fine. But once they hit that first 15, 20,000, you're probably not going to be answering a whole lot of their questions anymore. You should give the comp to them. So 10, 15% split between you and your teammate, we think is kosher. And we see every one of these things that comes through. You guys are doing an amazing job with that. If you guys have any questions, happy to help you with that individually. All right. Amy, put you on the spot again. Anything that you need to bring up, anything I've forgotten so far before we keep moving? Perfect. Thank you. All right. So guys, what I'm gonna do is share my screen, go over about 3 things really quickly. We'll cover the process. And if there's no more questions, we'll let you guys go. Thank you guys, by the way, for contributing today. I think this is a lot more effective hearing from you guys as opposed to me, and it gets you guys active as well. So this is the FFL Genesis website, was put together for the agents by the agents. On the top right-hand portion of the screen where you see the little red dot there, I'm going to hit that dot, and that's going to take us out to the FFL Genesis YouTube page. So again, this was created for the agents, by the agents. So we have different trainings that we put out there, just those kind of things as resources. Guys, it's amazing to me how many people from other teams will comment on some of these videos and go, I didn't know that. Thank you guys for putting this content out there, podcasts, etc. Okay, which we're going to start doing more podcasts here very soon. So just want you guys to see that from a training standpoint. The other thing when we come out here is you can create your own recruiting link. So when you come down here, Genesis onboard process, and you can create as many of these as you want. If you forget the link or lose it or whatever the case is, you can come out here and do that. So I'm going to click on where it says custom rogue IMO link. When I click on that link, this is what's going to show up on your screen. So if I put in test, last name test, and I put an email address in and a phone number, and I hit submit, what it's going to do, I think that's a valid email. I don't know why it wouldn't be. There we go. So what it's going to do is it's going to send me an email. Okay. Let me refresh here really quickly. Usually it comes right away. There it goes. So here's the link. I've created a recruiting link for myself. So if I were to click on this recruiting link, which I'm going to, this is what your candidates, your potential candidates will see. So you can see at the top, it says test. You would have put your first name, last name, email, and phone number on there. When you send this to a potential candidate and they click get access, they're going to put there, I'm going to say tester, so you guys can see it's different. We'll leave it in Alabama. Phone number in there. So what happens here, for those of you guys who have never seen this before, this is what you would send out, that link that I just showed you. This is what you would send to your candidate. When they come out and put their information in and hit submit, this is what they'll see. As soon as this thing stops thinking here. Now you can see at the top, it says brought to you by Test-Tex. That's what I put in there. But I would have put my name, or you put your name in there, John Smith. It has your email address and your phone number. When they start watching this video, it's about a 17-minute video. When they start watching this video, you're going to be notified that they've started watching this video. Give them about 20 minutes, reach out to them, see if they have any questions, and go from there. But you're, like I said, you're going to be notified that this person has started to watch the video. So I'm going to update again. You can see it's not updating, right? Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit the button.
Hi, my name is Steven.
Start watching the video, and let's see if this works now. Should work. They started watching, and maybe it's going to take a little bit longer. But anyway, what happens is once that person starts watching the video, what'll happen is it'll send you an email as well doing that. Now, here's a pro tip when you're doing this. This link that's here, you can see it's kind of long and it's lengthy and it's got all this stuff in it. You can go, and if any of you guys need help with this, I'm happy to help you do this. You can go to GoDaddy or any other web domain company. And what you can do is turn this into, I know Renee's done it, a couple of you guys have, like your link that you clicked on today to come to this meeting, that's a GoDaddy link that I dropped this one into. So for time's sake, if any of you guys are interested in that, or you want me to show you how to do that, I'm happy to do it. Any questions there? Okay, it's pretty simple stuff. The next thing is our onboarding form. So when you bring someone on, you've shaken hands with them, or you've met with them virtually and they decided, yes, they're going to come on board. Here's the onboarding form, okay? Here's all the information. I won't read all this to you, but here's all the information that you'll need. You put this information in. Remember, you have to complete this, not your agent, you. You put their information in, you put what their compensation level is, your compensation level, whether licensed or not, etc. Put the information in, and then that sends it back to Amy and I, and then Amy works all of her magic behind the scenes, unless you're doing all of your own recruiting information. But this has to be done for every new teammate that's coming onto our organization. Anybody have any questions there? Perfect. All right. Last couple things here. Here's the boot camp, as was covered very well just a few moments ago. If I click on that, you're going to see it's going to pull the information up. And then here's all the courses. And you simply just click on the button, let's get started. It's going to ask for your first name, last name, email address, and then you can go back in here and complete it. As Michael mentioned, I think on the first couple of videos, it's actually going to tell you who to contact once you've completed the course. You do have a couple of weeks to complete it. It's going to be 30% discount on your first lead order that you can use. And I believe you do have 90 days to use it, as Michael mentioned. So last couple things here. State requirements. So if you're licensed in another state or want to get appointed in another state, this has all 50 states and what you have to do to get licensed. As an example, Florida is a state where you have to be fingerprinted. Texas is a state where you have to be fingerprinted. So this walks you through. You can literally come on here, find Florida. There's Florida right there. Click on it. And it's literally going to tell you exactly what you have to do to get set up in Florida to get licensed, resident or non-resident. All right. No, I'm going pretty quickly, guys, but I don't want to bore you. Anybody have any questions so far? Can I get an amen? I'm not talking to myself.
Amen. Hallelujah.
All right. I appreciate it. Okay. So last couple of things here. As I mentioned, anti-money laundering, which Michael covered very well. You can see Web CE here. So if you click on that, it's literally going to take you directly to that portion of the Web CE site. So you don't have to click around and do all that. The carriers require that you do that. Web CE is a preferred provider of all of the carriers that we work with, except for Prosperity, because they have their own. So you don't have to worry about doing 2 or 3 or 4 different ones. This one has been pretty much turned into the universal one that everybody's using now. Again, these are resources that have been placed on the FFL Genesis site for the agents by the agents. So if there's things that you want to see on here, there's things that I know for a fact we're not using because I can see behind the scenes what's being looked at and what's not. We'll eliminate those things and add other resources. As was covered very well by Brandy a little bit ago, bottom right-hand corner, work spots. You're interested in work spots? There it is. The Todd files, very underutilized. There's a lot of things that Todd Hausberger has put in his Google Drive. I mean, there's a ton of content out there. But we put that out there because, you know, it's worth it. It may be worth your time to go through it, and you never know what type of information or resources you're going to be able to pull out of that. Right there in the middle, NIPR, that's where you go to get your license. We've put that out there so you don't have to dig for it if you're on the site. And the last thing that Michael covered very well, again, is the E&O, error and omissions. Again, it's going to cover you just in case something happens. We have a discount with 360, so they've partnered with FFL. If you go outside of this one, you're going to pay more. I think maybe even up to $100 more. I did a little bit of research on it a couple of weeks ago. Plus your down payment on this is like $84 as opposed to 140, 150, 160 with some of the carriers. Just so you guys know, a little pro tip, there's 2 that you can get with the E&O. There's the one that has annuities and mutual funds, which I don't know why none of us are probably securities licensed. I don't know, maybe some of you guys are. But the one that you really need is just the basic one. You don't need the one that has all the other stuff. And if you have no intent of selling annuities at all, then you don't need that one. You can always go back and add it later. Any questions about NIPR, work spots, Web CE for your anti-money laundering, or your error and omissions? Sweet. All right. So the last thing I'm going to show you in reference to websites, this is our recruiting website, so you can send people out to. There's some video changes that I'm having to put on here now, so I'm working on getting those uploaded. Have a conversation with the web provider later on this afternoon. So a couple videos out here that have to be updated that we're working on. So you can send, if somebody's interested and you're not really sure what to say and you can't get a hold of your business partner, this is a place where you could send them. The FFL overview is simply the video that I just showed you a few minutes ago. So you can create your own, or you can send them here. What we provide: whole life, term, universal, annuities, and then very soon we're going to be doing med subs for those of you guys that want to get into that world. You can see at the bottom here, we've also added our social media tags. So back to YouTube and all that kind of stuff, all those things are there. How we do what we do. So you can see a couple videos out here need to be updated. So just trying to get that fixed, and I'll have that fixed here by the end of the week. But just some other videos out there. Compensation. So we got videos that cover our comp from top to bottom. So if somebody has questions about that, our virtual sales process. So if you're somebody that's like Brian Smagala, who is absolutely killing it doing telesales, my last several sales, not all of them, probably 4 of my last 6 sales have been telesales. So I haven't done a Zoom sale in several months, but telesales is becoming very, very prevalent now. Think about the time you can save, but I like doing both because I actually like going into the home. But this link here, Start Your Virtual World Today, this is going to give you some of the top content in the country with people that are absolutely doing an amazing job doing telesales, Zoom sales, all that kind of stuff to educate yourself. A couple of $100,000 a month and week producers on here as well. So just want to show you guys where these resources are and go from there. And then last but certainly not least, a couple podcasts that we have. We'll update these things here very, very soon. And if somebody wants to join the team and you sent them this information, we had 2 that came through early last week, which is pretty cool. A couple of you guys have sent people to this site. They put their name, their email, and the name of the person that sent them to the site. Once they hit submit, it comes through to me, and then I'll notify you that that person has reached out, and then I will help you do the interview. I will help you get the person closed, help you get them started. Those of you guys that have used me for interviews, you guys know I'm pretty capable. It's one of the things that I enjoy the most about this opportunity is talking to people and interviewing them. So any questions about this so far? All right, perfect. So let me unshare my screen here really quick. All right. Tim, any of you guys have anything? Amy, anything? Perfect. So last couple things, guys, and then we'll cover the process, license and non-license, and let you guys get about your Wednesday. So this is the new agent onboarding form that is sent out to all of the new agents. John, don't struggle yourself. If you Slack me, I'll get this out to you. So what this is, guys, is it covers the process from top to bottom, literally step 1 through 10 or whatever it is. If your agents, your new teammates follow this, they won't get confused. If they jump steps, it's going to screw them up. Amy, anything you'd offer with that? Because I know you deal with this on a daily basis. Make sure you guys read through this and make sure your new teammates are reading through this. It's going to help them get started faster. Kind of off the cuff a little bit, FFL is working on some things to help us get people onboarded quicker and faster. Some of those things they said are coming this month. So we'll see. A couple of carriers are saying we're going to be up and running within 24 to 48 hours. I'm very excited about that. I'll help people start making money quicker and protecting families. All right, so what we're going to do now, if you guys don't have any further questions, we're going to go through the process very quickly from top to bottom. So you've talked to the candidate, you're at a restaurant, you've met someone, they did a great job taking care of you and your family at dinner, and you're like, I'm going to present this opportunity to them. You have that conversation, and you decide, you meet with them a couple of days later, and you both decide that this is a great fit, right? First thing you're going to do is do the onboarding form. Remember, you have to complete that form. You complete the form, the information comes to us, we send it back to you so you have it for your records in a PDF. That's the first thing. Then what's going to happen, if Amy's doing the information for you, whether they're licensed or not, she's going to send out a welcome email. So first, let's say you're talking to a non-licensed person. If they're not licensed, you're going to, again, complete the information. It's going to come through to us. They're going to get a welcome email that's going to send them the information for Excel Solutions, okay? Excel Solutions, 83% of people that use Excel Solutions pass the life exam the first time. That's why we used it. Do not give them any more than 2 weeks to complete the information, because if you don't, they won't do it. I just had a young lady that I met with early last week. We decided it was going to be a good fit for both of us. The middle of the week, she got the information on Friday, took her test on Monday, and she's here now. So it can be done. Michael did it, and literally did it in a day. So somebody giving you the excuses they can't get it done in 2 weeks, they're not interested. Just telling you straight up. So you do what you want with your business, but I'm telling you guys, plus the statistics that we get from that we got from home office. Amy, I'm not going to put you on the spot here. FFL hires about 1,000 to 1,100 people a week. Guys, check this out. Out of that, only 7% of those people write business. 7%. It makes no sense at all. And that's what we do these meetings to make sure we're trying to tighten things down to make it easier for you and to have an actual process in place that we can all follow, right? Okay, that's the non-licensed person, okay? Make sure you're in conversation with that non-licensed or licensed person every 24 to 48 hours because it keeps them engaged. And if you're saying, I'm not sure what to talk to them about, or, you know, what am I going to say when I call them? Talk to them about something on Slack. Right now, our top 3 or 4 agents, I think our lowest one is at 4,000, maybe 3,600, 4,000. Talk to them about that. Talk to them about the number of families helped and those kind of things. If they're on Slack and they see that, they're going to be like, how did Renee do that? Well, Renee's been here for a while, blah, 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 right? You guys need help with that? Let me know. Okay, the latter half of this, the person they passed their test, they're ready to go. They've gone on NIPR, they've completed all the information, and now they have license in hand. That's been changed now because of COVID. So a lot of times, once you submit that information, usually the next day, you usually get your license, you can print it off, whatever the case is. Once they get their NPN, you're going to let Amy know, and then the welcome email, unless you're doing it yourself, the welcome email for them being licensed is going to be sent out, okay? So if they're not licensed, they're going to get one to begin for Excel. Once they get licensed, they're going to get a second one. Now, we've got 20, who knows, 20, 25, 30 different carriers. When they get the welcome email from Amy, once they're licensed, the first thing's going to happen is the email's going to have HCMS. They're going to complete that information. Then they're going to get a second email from HCMS, and that second email is going to congratulate them for completing the information. And then once they do that, they're going to get a link from HCMS for Surance Bay. Now, here's where I want to make sure I'm very clear. I'm sure I'm putting you guys to sleep at this point. When they get the information for Surance Bay, there's only 3 carriers that you're going to submit. They're going to see a bunch of them. If they go down the list and click all the boxes, Home Office and Amy are going to kick it right back out to them. Okay? Americo, AIG, Mutual of Omaha. Americo, AIG, Mutual of Omaha. Those are the only 3 carriers that they're going to apply for through Surance Bay. Now, keep in mind, you have to send them Prosperity yourself. Once they do that, then they're going to go back to HCMS. And again, all of that information is in here. They're going to go back to HCMS and they're going to complete AMAM, Foresters, Aetna, John Hancock, Great Western, and Transamerica. Those are the only carriers. Now, the rest of them, as they're starting to build their portfolio, maybe they'll need a different carrier. We can go down that path there. So if you're doing the math, if you're counting, that means your new teammate has 10 carriers. Now, you've got Mark Williams, Tim Belo, and Renee, who were our top 3 performers last year. I guarantee you most of them will probably say, I know Tim would for sure, and Mark, probably used about 5 to 6 carriers at the most. So people that think they need 10, 15, 20 carriers, you don't. All right. Any questions there? Because we're about to wrap up. Now, I will tell you this because I know we have people in some of these areas. We have a company called Occidental. Occidental and AMAM, I believe it's AMAM, are one and the same. I'm losing my mind this morning. They're one and the same. Here's the deal though. If you have an agent in Iowa, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Jersey, Rhode Island, or Vermont, in any of those states, you have to then apply for Occidental. Okay, so just keep that in mind. The last thing I'll tell you, and I'm going to go back to Amy and see if she has any questions. If you have an agent that is in another state that you've recruited, get the license. Some states will pay you commissions, overrides, if you will. If you're not, some won't. Don't take the chance, because if you wait until after the fact, they're not going to retro and pay you. They're just going to move forward. Amy, anything you would add? Anything I missed? All right, leadership. Anything that you guys have to add? Anything I may have missed?
No, you pretty much nailed it.
Awesome. Well, I kind of like this new format that we've shifted to with you guys helping. That way I'm just not me rambling for 30 minutes. I think we'll continue to do this because I think it helps you guys learn the process. I'm telling you, you guys will be on this meeting every single week. And then all of a sudden you'll get your first recruit and you'll go, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? And we're here to help you and here to support you. So if you guys don't have any questions, thank you so much for your time. Let's finish the week strong. And John, if you'll send me a Slack message, I'll make sure that you get this information. Thanks, guys. Bye for now. Be safe.
Thanks, Corey.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.